Carolina. So let's talk about inflation a little bit. You said you were shopping for reefer trailers today?
Oh. So I bought a set of 3 trailers off the same place. One in January, and then the other 2 I decided to get in March. And doesn't matter what I paid. It was a pretty reasonable deal. And looking online today, I could sell those for, let's do some quick math here, 3.2 times what I paid for them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are we in the trailer flipping business now?
You know, it's tempting, but we in the freight hauling business, you know?
Right. And it really is who's got the equipment right now, because, you know, you hear people say, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. When the price goes back down, who's saying prices are going back down? All indications say going up, you know? Like this trucking equipment. Like
I tell you what, like, I know I talk about shortages and stuff, but it is getting real. I mean, look at the dealer lots.
Yeah.
You know, these large carriers are not turning any equipment, and they're not going to. And they're not going to sell it, because they know very shortly whoever has the equipment is going to get the work. And it might be to a point where you can name your own price. I don't know. But so that truck I was talking about the other day, on Friday, I made my list of demands to the dealer. And because we have a relationship, he's like, let me talk to my boss. So he did. He called me today. He says, we got it in the shop. We're going to do everything that's DOT related. We're going to fix the air conditioning. You know, the only thing they may not address is the brakes, because they're close, and if they're legal, they're not going to replace them. Right. So everything else, yeah. And I said, well, you know, contingent on you doing these things, I'll take the truck. I put money down on it today just to hold it. I said, consider it sold. Excuse me. I said, when you get it done, bring it to my house. We'll sign the papers. And because that's what you get when you start building relationships. People, they bring you stuff. I mean, you get service. You actually get service.
Right. Are you buying that from Enterprise Truck Sales?
No. So yeah. Anyway, I was talking to him a little bit more, and they have, I think, 14 dealers around, you know, Wisconsin, Minnesota area. And he told me, he says new trucks will not hit the lot until mid to late 2023, not 2022.
Wow.
He says we're not even allowed to take orders. He says the ones that are coming in for 2023 are pre-sold to, you know, the bigger carriers that are on trade programs.
Man.
So he says if you can get something right now, buy it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It almost does not matter what you pay for it, because that is all there is going to be.
Yep. But you know,
so what do you think is going to happen to prices for what is out there?
Right.
Now, I'm not saying freight rates hold up to match it. That's a totally different topic.
That's the key to it. You go out here and buy one of these. Now, I can't remember where I heard it, but I'm pretty sure it was on YouTube. I heard a YouTuber saying that if you had a Peterbilt truck order in, that they were offering you $30,000, $20,000 to $30,000, I think was the number, just to walk away from the order and let them sell the truck. Now, if they're offering you 20 to 30 over what you've paid for it, to let them sell it as a new truck, I mean, what are they selling those trucks for? 240, 250?
Maybe.
It's got to be in that ballpark. Now, a lot of people don't know it. Like a month ago, I put money down on a new truck, got it reserved, and it was one of 7 the dealership was supposed to have. It wasn't a brand new truck. It had 60,000 miles on it, 2020 Cascadia. And basically what happened was they were supposed to have 7 of these trucks coming in, and the corporate side of the truck dealership came in and said, no, you're not going to sell those trucks. We're going to sell them cash to one of our mega buyers. And, Big Mega came in and said, here's cash for all 7 trucks, asking price, and I had negotiated a pretty decent price on it. Like I was really happy with where I was going to be in that truck. This truck, they were going to give me what I paid for this truck with the warranty, the same price I gave for it, and I've put over 200,000 miles on this truck.
Yeah, and people, that really want a truck or whatever right now, gonna have to relax your standards. You're not gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you get, and there's a point where you're gonna be happy to have it.
Yep.
I mean, that's sad. The sad truth, really.
Yeah. This new
you might
truck,
pay $100,000 for a piece of junk eventually.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
A year from what do you think next year is going to look like? My God.
Honestly, man, I'm shopping for deals right now, but there's just none out there. Like,
you got no promise of any new equipment coming into the market. It's done. And how much equipment falls out of the market every day?
Yeah.
I mean, just by attrition. Are prices going to be double this time next year of what they are now? Maybe more? I don't know. It's going to run away. It's going to run away on us.
Freight's following it right now, but see, that's the thing with me. With that other truck I was going to buy, I was going to be 100,000 plus this truck into that, and that's a pretty big gamble, it's more than I've ever gave for a truck was 100,000. So, it's a big gamble because if freight don't keep up, freight doesn't keep track. I'm going to have to run the wheels off of that truck to keep that payment going.
And one would naturally think, okay, inflation, keep freight rates up. And that's a logical pattern of thought. But inflation can kill the freight market.
Right.
If there's less people buying because you can't afford it, or people can't keep up to the wage inflation to pay the people to do the work, to ship the products, make the products, whatever. It's gonna hits on every level, and it could kill the volumes.
Put that into trucking, and people talking about I'm waiting until prices come back down.
You're gonna wait. You might wait till 2025.
Yeah, there could be a 5-6
new equipment
year
doesn't
wait.
come till 23. And that is sold. You got to wait for trades to come in. Those are going to be a run on those just to replace equipment that needs to be replaced. Yeah, it might take a 2-year, lead time to get right again. And it may not even happen if freight would, for some reason, collapse during that period. There would be no more demand.
It's hard for me to think freight's going to slow down much because, the social programs like Social Security and all that, they're getting big raises right now. The SNAP, the EBT, the food stamp programs are going up right now.
And they raise Medicare to go along with it and take that money back.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a wash. But short term, there is going to be, continual more money entering the market. So
I'm not saying it's anytime soon or that it even will happen, but inflation can cause that.
Yes, no doubt.
There's no denying the inflation that exists right now. There's just no denying. The government denies it. I mean, they lie about their consumer price indexes and their inflation numbers because they have to protect their entitlement programs. They're never going to tell the truth about it.
Well, I heard a stat that said, it was year over year, August to August was 5% inflation. So
that's a lot.
If they're admitting to 5, typically they don't admit to 1%, 2% a year. If they're admitting to 5,
11, 12.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because you got to remember, in those numbers, they take out food and energy. They say, well, because it's too much volatility. But that also happens to be two of the biggest expenses in our lives. Oh, they take and housing. Take out housing too.
Yeah, those are kind of things that ought to be the key points, honestly.
Yeah.
Let me grab a few comments real quick here, see what everybody's doing. Where's everybody at? If you've got a question for special guest DIY, leave it down in the comments. We'll try to get to him. He's a walking encyclopedia of trucking. So I tell you what, I challenge anyone to try to stump him with a trucking question. Leave that down in the comments if you've got the most obscure trucking question. Honestly, I was talking to him on the phone the other day, and I'm just riding down the freeway, and I'm like, I wonder if there's a truck stop, you know, and he literally knew, like, the next 4 truck stops on my route. And I was just like, how do you know this? He got Trucker Path pulled up or something?
I got that Trucker Path chip implanted.
Oh, okay. Did they give you a premium membership for that?
They did. I just got to talk about it in my videos.
Yeah, they tried to give me that. I was like, yeah, me and the communists typically don't play well together. You know, I like to get paid for my efforts.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you enjoyed this, maybe think about subscribing, hit that like button. Come join me for a live show. This is what my live shows are like. I don't always have special guest DIY in there, but we try to answer as many questions as possible. Check out DIY as well. It's a great channel. That guy is the Encyclopedia of Trucking. Thanks, everybody. Take care of each other out there.